Welcome back to Lucky Strike Tech, and your mom told me you wanted to see one of the best keyboards you can grab that still has tons of features, gasket mounted flex, and aluminum body. Well, just like your mom, I grabbed this MonsGeek M1. Well, I actually got this from my coworker, just like your mom also. I've been slowly convincing more and more of my friends and acquaintances to join the keyboard master race, and yes, this thing is worth your time. With a small unboxing tutorial and recommended mods, you too can be typing on your mom, I mean the MonsGeek M1. Let's get to the unboxing, shall we? In the box, you'll be immediately greeted by a tape mod sticker. This way you don't need to whip out your masking tape like I do anyway in this build. You'll also find a really nice plastic cover to keep your board dust free. White coiled cable, these are very high quality screw-in stabilizers, and extra parts. And under here we have stab tape. I'll show you what this is for later. And now that it's out of the box, it's really a beauty. I've held several Akko keyboards and this is a step above the rest. About time, Akko, seriously. Now obviously this is a 65%, but what you didn't notice is that this has south-facing switches, which is new for Akko. But this keyboard has a beautiful lavender coating. That was my coworker's request, who is a guy, but we're doing an all purple keyboard today. This also comes in pink, black, red, purple, silver, and white, and also in both ISO and ANSI layouts. It has this really nice gold plate along the side that adds the perfect accent. Now this does require some assembly. It comes put together, but you have to take it apart if you want stabilizers at the bare minimum. But we're gonna go above and beyond after all. Well, enough admiring, it's time to take off the 6 back screws and take this thing apart. Before we get started, I want to show you a fatal flaw of some of the aluminum boards. The ping. They have a very loud ping sound on them, and it's very typical to see. Keychron has fixed this in their boards, let's fix it here too. First thing we'll do is take masking tape and place it on every contact point between the top and bottom plate. Keychron did have this figured out. If you want to see how they did that, check out my video above. And since by now everyone knows how to lube, we'll skip this and at least show proof that I did it. Now we have to take apart the PCB and plate to get these stabilizers on. You'll notice the gaskets are those nice slip-on feet that go over the gasket parts here and have very nice flex. I've yet to see these and I've heard they're great. If you look, it does have a few flex cuts to maximize your typing experience, and it has a layer of thick foam and thin plastic in between to add even more dampening to the typing sound. Now that it's apart, we'll install the pads. If you've heard of the Band-Aid mod, this is basically the same thing except officially approved. You place these underneath where the stabilizers go that dampen any potential typing sounds caused by the stabs. Once we have them all in, we glue in the stabs and of course test them out to make sure they are all in working order. And with everything ready to go, we reinstall the thin plastic sheet and foam. It is actually that easy. Also, you'll notice I opted out of using the sticky tape for the board and instead used it for the inside of the case to produce even more metal ping. Now for switches. You'll notice I'm using the Akko Haze Pink. They are one of Akko's newer silent linear switches with a very light actuation force. Only 43 grams of actuation force, which as far as I know is the lightest silent switch you can get. Most silent switches run 55 grams or more. Plus it'll match our all purple build. Put them in and then we can check our keycaps. Yes, this is another cheap set on Amazon we got for only about 30 bucks. One last little gift for my coworker. I promise I'm not trying to trigger you. This is actually just meta that no one knows. And we did it. We made it through another keyboard build. The MonsGeek is a great budget option. I personally think that this is one of the best beginning boards you can get. Comes with almost everything you need to mod your keyboard and makes you do work while learning. Plus it's south-facing switches, great design, golden accent make this a no-brainer. I can't get over just how good looking this keyboard is, and yes, it does have RGB, even though most folks don't care. But it sadly doesn't support Bluetooth or 2.4 GHz connection. And just because I was curious, I wonder how heavy this thing is. Holy crap, it's almost 5 pounds. Let's admire it one more time. Thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to wait for the sound test at the end of this video. If you want to subscribe to my channel, lots more videos to come.